Well, winter's settled into West Virginia finally. It's about 15 degrees out there, a little bit of snow. It's January 4th. I guess they want to do some maintenance while the getting's good, because I got about 2 weeks of cold and I don't see myself dragging any bikes out anytime soon now. So I figure I'd give a little rundown on this one. The only time I really make videos of is when it's leaking something or breaking something or being a cold-natured thing on a cold day. I think I got a lot of that ironed out actually. So this is my '88 Sportster. It's started off as an 883. Now it has a Hammer 1275 kit, set of Andrews V2 cams. It's got Andrews aluminum push rods, adjustable push rods in it. In the primary, there's a Barnett Kevlar clutch plate setup with a Hayden automatic tensioner, new chain, new gears, new clutch hub, pressure plate. All that's been replaced with the Magnum cable. Has a all balls high torque chrome starter in it. This is actually where I relocated this coil to, but on first gen Evos probably actually have more in common with later iron heads on their frame parts and their engine mounts and stuff. But my coil was originally right here hanging in that space. What I had to do is they don't make a coil relocation bracket for this thing, because normally the key goes there and the choke goes there, depending on what model you have. So I found this part here that relocates my key, and I actually took the original mount, which looks, this is actually two of them. I've cut up one, the original one broke. So if you know what this is, you know what I've done here. But it kind of looks like something like that. Right there. So I hammered that flat, drilled that hole, cut those off. And mounted it there, and I just got a cover for the engine mount and cover for my coil. And that's how I relocated that, and a set of custom, I think they're 10.3 millimeter plug wires from Tons Performance. He actually makes some pretty decent cables, and all my bikes have them. There is a little too much chrome all over this bike, if you can't tell. A lot of this was on it when I first got the thing years ago, but I kind of ran with it. Over here is my carburetor setup. I have a S&S Super E Shorty. It actually has a Thunderjet on it. That's my little 1903 penny decoration on my Thunderjet. And I probably have 1.5 inches worth of spacers on this thing as well. It pushes it out there, but the gas doesn't heat up in this thing, and it really does make a difference. I actually have a bomb sight in the carburetor as well. Really, I don't have no clue if that's doing anything or not. I just put it in and I ain't taking it out. I have pretty much replaced everything on this bike at least once, and it's since I've had it. As far as the ignition goes in here, there's a Dynatec 2009 in there, and Hammer Performance really is adamant about that being the only one that they could use on their setups because of the timing curve that they have that this bike needs. I like gold chains. So there's chrome kind of all over this thing. Taiwan puked it all over this bike. I'm not a forward control type of guy, but it was on the bike when I got it. As of now, this bike only has about 1,800 miles on it, almost 2,000 miles on this setup since I redid this. Which is not a lot, but it has been broke a lot this year, last year now. And finally got all the oil leaks ironed out of it here. Matter of fact, this is one thing I was messing with. If you could see under here. The oil pump in this thing. I had to go through and replace the gasket on that there a couple weeks ago, and see these two lines right here? There's one person left in the world that actually makes those for this bike. So, if you need them lines, leave me a comment. I'll give you the contact info and where to get them. But this has been a fairly decent bike for what it is. It breaks a lot, but it's an old bike. It's actually up on its high horse right now because I'm pretty sure I put the wrong springs I had lying around in it last time, because I found the right ones. I haven't been in these forks in about 5 years, and I'm about to change the bushings and the seals in it again. And it's kind of overdue. The seals are starting to leak, and my front end's starting to get a little more sketchy going into turns. But it does have preload adjusters up top and a set of progressive springs right there. People get progressive fixed with the name brand, but progressive means progressively wound springs. This is how I interpret it, and they start off and they get big. So my dump butt has these springs, and what you see right here, this is my Suzuki in a bunch of pieces right now. That's a whole other project. Hopefully I need to get back together soon. But I've had my fork springs in upside down on that. You can see the coils are up top, and they're usually supposed to go down. So that I'll have to fix. And if anything is right about me and my stupidity, those are probably upside down too. So that's on the chopping block for this thing. If my parts come in today, I am not holding my breath, but when they get here, they get here. Everybody knows what that means. Leave a comment. I'll let you know if you're right. And I will see you all in the next one.